Wake up and smell the roses, would ya? Hello everyone, my name is Kimmi and welcome to my second episode of Magic Mirror. Magic Mirror, if you haven't seen my first video by now, I watch a Disney or Pixar film, find a character that I think I relate to the most, and I talk about it. So this time I watched Beauty and the Beast, which I actually have only watched one other time before. I didn't realize how much I actually really loved this movie. First off, just want to say that the live action version of Beauty and the Beast is going to be coming out soon, which I'm super excited about. For those of you who haven't seen it, the original Beauty and the Beast is a story about Belle, who lives in a small town. She likes to read. She ends up getting locked in a castle with the Beast, and they fall in love. That's about all I'm gonna tell you. I know, spoilers, I'm really bad at this. The character that I found myself relating to the most in Beauty and the Beast was actually Belle, which I thought was really weird because going into watching this movie, I assumed I was either gonna be Lumiere or Cogsworth, because I feel like I see myself in both of them. But as I watched it, I am totally Belle. So as I stated before, Belle lives in a small town and she's kind of seen as the outcast. She loves to read and everybody in the town kind of thinks that's weird. Not that I'm huge on reading. I do read. I read for pleasure, but not, every day, all the time. But I definitely am an outcast. Well, I feel like I'm an outcast in my town. I grew up in a very small town in New Jersey, and people kind of made fun of me, especially as I was growing up into high school, which I never understood because I was the quiet girl, which is a perfect example because Belle minds her own business, walks around, reads a book, and here people are going, oh, she's an outcast. And I don't understand. Why do you make fun of somebody who was being them? Who's being themselves? Another thing that I related to with Belle. Belle is very family oriented. She loves her dad. She will do absolutely anything for her father. And I am somebody who will do anything for my family. I would risk my life for any single person in my family, no matter how close of a bond that we have. That's just who I am. I know that I would react the way that she did when she let her father go and stayed in the castle because she wanted her dad to be safe. And that's just something I would do for any family member. I'm sure for the people who have seen Beauty and the Beast, they know Gaston in the film. He wants to marry Belle. Belle doesn't want to marry him. The reason I relate to this is because I'm someone that, yes, if you make me mad enough and you're up my butt enough, I'll be mean to you. But if you're not doing anything to hurt my feelings, I'm not gonna say anything rude back to you, which is where this comes in. Gaston's always up Belle's butt because, he wants to marry her. And instead of saying things like, I don't want to marry you, you're annoying, many other things that you could say about Gaston because he's kind of a jerk, she doesn't say any of that. Instead, she nicely says oh, Gaston, but you're too good for me. That way, she gets out of him annoying her, but also doesn't come off as rude, which is something that I always do. Any guy who comes after me that I'm like, ugh, another one, I'm just nice about it. So I'm just gonna tell you oh, sorry, I have something to do. And I know that sometimes that can be a little mean because you're not telling somebody the truth, but you're also not hurting their feelings in the process. I would rather someone eventually get the hint that I don't want to hang out with them or I don't want to be with them by being nice, not by being rude. So the main part of this story is obviously Belle falls in love with the Beast. I'm somebody who growing up didn't want to be with the most good-looking, most popular people because they end up normally being jerks. Hence, Gaston. I always went for the people who were caring, had a good personality. When you find other things that you love, you actually end up finding them attractive. That's honestly the biggest thing with Belle in this movie. She falls for a beast. And I think that's so important. The Beast didn't really have to change who he was, and neither did she. And the Beast loves her for her. And that's something that I do. I don't just go for looks. I fell in love with the most adorable guy since I've been at school. He's nice, funny, kind, and just cares about me. And that's what I ended up looking for. I ended up looking for somebody who just cared. And when that was right in front of me, that's all that matters. I didn't go out there looking for some handsome buff with blonde hair and abs and big giant muscles. I just think that I'm exactly like what Belle did throughout this whole movie. No, I didn't fall in love with a beast, but I care about my family and would do anything for them. I grew up in a small town where I felt like an outcast, and I fell in love with somebody who loves me for me. It just honestly felt like me. And I never thought that I would be Belle. But now that I watched this movie, which was only the second time I watched it, I just realized how much I'm exactly like her. Well, that's about it. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. Buttons are right down there. And let me know in the comment section below which character you think that you're most like in Beauty and the Beast. I'd love to hear about it. I will see you next time.